Hi there, it's Katu, and we're looking at the Gorton 9J. Okay, that's that bad girl right out there, Gorton. Okay, 9J, and I'm trying to diagnose a problem with the switch. Okay, for the main spindle motor. The main spindle motor is that big round beastie back there. Okay. So we're looking at the switch right here, and this is for my reference as well as so that maybe other people can help me out. The switch box is a Cutler hammer motor starter. It has two contactors, three-phase. I'm trying to find a manual for it, but well, as you can imagine, with a 50-year-old machine, I haven't been terribly lucky so far. In any case, this is the switch plate. Okay, in the position it would be. If I was to move it down and cover the switch box and screw it down. Okay, so we have stop, there's the stop switch, low, there's the low switch, high, there's the high switch. Now, according to the manual, okay, and I'm sure that they know what they're talking about, you must start it in low first, let it come up to speed, and then hit high. Okay? Don't really know why, but that's what you're supposed to do. Well, on mine, low works just great. Okay, but when I hit high speed, it kicks off. Okay, like the power to the entire machine just shuts down. Okay, so I think there's an overload, there's a short somewhere. When I hit the high, it's shorting, and the overload protectors are kicking on and shutting down power to the whole machine. And I think I may have figured out why that's happening. Okay, so the reason I started all of this is I had a short between two phases in the big scary box. Okay, the Cutler hammer motor starter box. I call it the big scary box because it's kind of big, and I don't know much about electrical things, so it's kind of scary to me. In any case, there was an extension cord in there that I disconnected. Turned out that was causing the short between the two phases. But when I did that, I ended up disconnecting this white wire. Okay, it was just twisted around the extension cord wire, and then someone secured it with a moret. So the problem is, in the motor starter box, I don't know what terminal the other end of this wire goes to. Okay, so anyways, I decided to come up here to the switch. Okay, because all of those wires, or this white wire, is part of the switch, as you can see. Okay, and see if I can figure something out. Okay, so in this box we have white, black. Okay, we have dark green. In the back there we have a color I'm calling olive. Then we have orange, okay, and what I call light green. So I'll go through the normally closed, okay, part of the switch first, okay, because each of these switches is two switches in one, kind of, okay. It's normally closed switch, okay, because this piece of metal conducts between these two ears that hold it back. There's a spring in behind there, okay, and then there's also a normally open, okay, switch, and that's made by these two posts. There's one post back here. I'll see if I can get a little bit more light on that for you. Okay, so here is, let me try that again. Okay, that's better. Okay, so right there you can just see one of the posts. Okay, and then if we look over here, okay, set that up. Give me a second here. Okay, you can also see it, okay, right there in the middle, very middle. You can just see the edge of the post. Okay, let's see if I can point at it here. Okay, so right there you can see one of the posts. Okay, and here is another post. This is for this switch, but it's the same idea. There's one post here, and there's one post right underneath here. Okay, so right now that switch is connecting, okay, these two ears, but if I push here, okay, hear the tap tap tap, okay, that is the metal disc tapping on the two posts, one here and one here. Okay, so I'm going to go through the colors of the wires just for reference, okay, what they're connected to. So I'm going to do the normally closed switches, okay, first, okay. Let's see here. Okay, so this one, normally closed, okay, that terminal right back there is not connected to anything. Okay, on this side, okay, this is the normally closed, connected to that ear, not connected to anything. Okay, this one here is connected to black right here, and on this side is connected to light green. Okay, the stop, okay, is connected to white up here and is connected to dark green down here. Okay, now the momentary switches, okay, this is where things get a little bit funky. Okay, this is connected to green, and the power, I think it's power, or whatever that wire is, anyways, it continues from here and goes along and supplies power to the normally closed stop switch. Okay, so when you press stop, you're breaking contact, and I'm thinking that this means you're breaking contact probably to power to the contactors, so then the contactors all kick off in one shot, I think. I don't know. Okay, anyways, so dark green here for the momentary switch on the high range. Okay, momentary switch on the other side of the high range has nothing. Okay, and this is where it gets a little bit strange, because the sorry, I'm shading my, I'm getting in the way of my own light here. Okay, let me fix that. Okay, so if you look right over here, okay, you see that black wire here. See how it's got like a whole lot of extra wire stripped on it, like an extra 3/4 of an inch or so? Okay, well that was actually touching this terminal right here. This was unscrewed almost all the way, and this wire was kind of stuck underneath it, but not actually secured. In fact, this terminal here wasn't secured either. I probably, you know, when I tightened it up, I probably tightened it down an extra 1/8 of an inch or so. Okay, so it was not tight. So that tells me that this may have been the issue with my overload, because it's connected to the momentary, which is exactly when it would kick off. As soon as I press this switch, it would kick off. Okay, so it tells me that that's weird, and, or that may be the short. And also, you know, I just can't believe that somebody at the factory wouldn't tighten down the screws. You know, I mean, this is a very solidly built machine. They didn't cut a lot of corners, so anyways. All right, so momentary, okay, normally open switch here for the low range. Okay, it is connected to the olive, okay, and over here it is connected to the orange. Okay, and the stop does not have a normally open momentary switch. Okay, there are no studs back there. Okay, there are no studs back there. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but there's no studs back there. Okay, no studs. So the high range and the low range, they both have the momentary switch. The stop does not. The stop only has the normally closed. And you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, doesn't that look like a dark line right there? Almost like arcing or something? Huh, no, I don't think so. I think that's just like the schmutz of ages. Okay, anyway, so there you go. That's as much as I know for right now. I need to figure out where that white wire, okay, where it goes into the big scary box, where it attaches. And I also need to verify that this is the correct wiring for all of these now, because somebody's been in here, okay, and they screwed it up. So now I have to figure out how to unscrew it up, I guess. Okay, in any case, there you go, and wish me luck. Okay, and if you are having the same problem, okay, you know, you probably don't want to like message me, because I haven't figured it out either. Okay, but in any case, with a little bit of luck, I will. Okay, this is Katu signing off.